All their results from this group will be taken out as if they haven't played at all. So, of course, for the Danes, the former champions, they have won 2, and one of those will not count. We have just one more match for you today on day 2 of competition, and it's women's singles, and it's the Olympic silver medalist. It's Pusarla Venkata Sindhu up against Sindhu, who yesterday beat the Olympic champion Carolina Marin and beat her in 2 straight games. So, of course, this is the 3rd year of the Super Series finals here in Dubai. And I know that the players have been out and about when they haven't been training. They've been seeing the sights and the sounds and the old ancient part of town blending so effortlessly with the modern architecture and the Burj Khalifa, tallest man-made structure in the world. So as far as women's singles is concerned, well, this group, they've only played 1 match, and that was yesterday. All of their other matches are happening later on today, and of course we're about to see Sindhu against Pusarla Venkata Sindhu. This Super Series for women's singles, well, it's been an interesting year, hasn't it, for women's singles? Only 7 different players winning the 12 tournaments. 3 titles to Ratchanok Kintanon, 2 to Herbing Jiao, and 2 to the #1 seed, who we saw earlier, Tai Su Ying. Mentioning the left-hander Herbing Jiao, of course, she won 2 titles earlier this year and became only the 4th different women's singles player, left-hander, to win a Super Series title after Yang Jiao, Wang Xing and Carolina Marin. But Sindhu beat one of those left-handers yesterday. Sindhu beat Carolina Marin. Oh my goodness, wasn't it impressive the way she won that too? Impressive, I suppose it was exciting, wasn't it? Because she was 13 up in the 2nd game, having won the 1st, and eventually won on her 9th match point.
This is the Dubai World Super Series Finals Women's Singles. Let's welcome the players. First up, the #3 seed from China, Sindhu.
The #3 seed, Sindhu of China, who yesterday had that wonderful win over the Olympic gold medalist. Today, she faces the Olympic silver medalist.
Let's have a big welcome for her opponent, the #8 seed from India, Pusarla Sindhu.
Pusarla Venkata Sindhu of India. Well, there'll be plenty of Indian fans here at the Hamdan Sports Complex. Almost half of the population here in Dubai comprises of people originating from India. And of course, in India, badminton is the 2nd most popular sport behind cricket. Last year we had the Saina squad, the cheering Indian fans following Saina Nehwal. This year it will be the Sindhu squad.
You receive?
Always a difficult situation for the players when the previous match has a player that retires injured because they assume that they've got longer to warm up. So these two players both won their first matches, and we watched them, both of them, yesterday. Pusarla Venkata Sindhu, we watched beat the number 2 seed, Akane Yamaguchi, in 3 games. 21-year-old from Secunderabad, just north of Hyderabad. That's about 5'11", and she's number 10 on the world ranking. She was as high as 7 for 1 week from the 1st of December. And then her ranking points from winning the Macau Grand Prix Gold last year came off the world ranking, which is why she slipped down to number 10. But she pulled out of the Macau Grand Prix Gold, of which she's won the last 3 years, because she wanted to concentrate on the Super Series finals. And I think that was a very wise decision. So Sun Yu, 22 years of age, from the seaport of Dalian on the Liaoning Peninsula. 6 on the world ranking, enjoying her 3rd week at a career high of number 6. And 183 is just a fraction over 6 foot tall. She's been in 4 Super Series tournament finals this year and has been on the losing end of all 4 of them. So this will be the 7th meeting between these two players, and honours are shared. But the last time they met was in the final, of course, of the last of the Premier Super Series events this year in China, in Fuzhou. And it was 1 hour and 9 minutes for Sindhu to win in 3 games.
Ready to play?
So Christian Johannesson of Denmark, our umpire for this one. And Lynn Mund from the United States of America, our service judge. And this year's team, we had a first ever player from the United States of America in a Super Series final in the women's singles, didn't we?
Yeah, Zhang Bei-wen.
Yeah, in Paris. Isn't that lovely to see that a new continent getting into the very latter stages of the world's elite tier of badminton tournaments, which is what the Super Series is.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Pusarla v. Sindhu, India.
Yeah, lots of fans cheering for her.
And on my left, Sun Yu, China.
Both ankles strapped.
Sun Yu to serve. Love all. Play.
So the 2 tallest players in the women's singles discipline here in Dubai. Oof, my goodness me. That was some deflection, wasn't it?
1 love.
That was a big deflection. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
Totally changed direction. Oh yes, that's landed on the line. That's good play.
2 love.
Well, I was mentioning that she's been in 4 Super Series tournament finals this year. Sun Yu, Singapore, where she was the defending champion, actually, the year before. She'd won the title there. Australia, Japan and China. Only one other player who's been in 4 Super Series tournament finals in the women's singles this year, and that's Tai Su Ying.
No.
Yeah. Good year for Sun Yu, even though she hasn't won anyone.
Yeah. 6 finals in total, I have to say, because she was in the final of the Thailand Masters Grand Prix Gold and also the China Masters Grand Prix Gold.
And one of the only top players in the world that didn't participate in the Olympics because of the restraint on how many participants you can have per country.
1-3.
China was represented by Li Shurui, who unfortunately got injured, and Wang Yihan, and both Wang Yihan and another Chinese top player, Wang Xishan, of course, retired after the Olympics.
Service over.
Yes, Wang Yihan, the most successful women's singles player in Super Series history. 20 titles from 30 finals. We'll miss her on the Super Series tour, won't we?
Yeah. Still playing domestically, though, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah.
Service over. 2-4.
Oh yes, that's straight down the line. I've got wonderful sight straight down that line, and that was great accuracy.
3-4.
Good attack by Sun Yu.
Service over.
Good follow-up.
5-3.
We saw her play yesterday against the Olympic gold medalist Carolina Marin, and more or less agreed that it would be a good idea for her opponent to move her from side to side, and Sindhu tried that here, but of course Sun Yu is pretty much aware what the opponents are trying to do to her. Well played.
Very nice. Of course, these two players on the court
6-3.
are 2 of the 3 players making their debut at the Super Series finals. The other women's singles player is Hebing Jiao.
Play.
It's landed in.
7-3.
Yeah, it was plumb on the line.
Service over.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Coming from a game deficit against Yamaguchi, it was 7-all in the second game. She promptly won the next 13 points.
4-7.
Take her to game point opportunities.
Service
the net
over.
on that one, though. Most watched sporting event from
8-4.
Rio Olympic Games in India was, of course, her women's singles final, where 66.5 million people watched that final live. Incredible. retrieving. Yeah, good rally. Very, very good rally. Ever thoughtful coach Pusarla Golpichand.
5-8.
Oh, I know it's early stages, but that rally's got to be up in the 20s somewhere. Longest rally of the match so far, I think. 26 shots.
Yeah, given the match we saw in the final of China Open and the match with Sindhu and Carolina Marin yesterday, and I feel that stamina could definitely be a factor in this match we're watching now, with PV Sindhu having the upper hand in that department, as far as I'm concerned.
It's over.
There's a bit of quarrel yesterday where Carolina Marin talked to Sindhu's coach Chen Jin, saying that she wasn't really happy about what took place in the final stages of the second game.
What appeared to be time wasting, I think you're referring to.
Yeah, she was a little more precise on what she thought of that. We couldn't really hear it here, but I had a chance to watch a bit from the Danish transmission.
Just wide. Challenge here from PV Sindhu. I think it will be a wasted challenge.
Challengers called out.
As I said just a moment ago, I've got very good sight down that line, and I thought that was definitely wide. In fact, I didn't really think it was that close, but Hawkeye has the technology. Better than my eyesight. Here we go. Oh,
so you felt it was a little bit of an emotional challenge?
Yes, I do. Yeah, line judge was right.
Successful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 10-7. Play. Service over. Eight, 10. Service over.
Good net shots
11-8.
from Sindhu. The number 3 seed has a 3-point advantage at the mid-game interval here in the opening game.
Twenty seconds. 20 seconds.
Comes from good sporting pedigree, does Pusarla. Both her parents were former professional volleyball players. In fact, her father, Ramana, was captain of the India volleyball team. Team that won bronze at the Asian Games in Seoul in 1986.
12-8. Thirteen, 8. Change your shuttle. Change your shuttle. Play. Fourteen, 8.
Good anticipation there by Sun Yu. We saw yesterday against Marin that when she anticipates shots at the net, she takes it very, very early.
Service over. Sindhu. 9-14.
Oh, that's called in as well.
Service over. 15-9.
Yeah, it certainly was.
Yeah, and it's a little bit alarming for Sindhu, the number of misjudgments that she's made on the
16-9.
baseline there, because I mean, she would expect that the shuttle would be taken out by the drift alongside the court. And she hasn't really been in this first game, Sindhu.
No, not at all.
Sindhu has controlled everything. Good interception there, or yeah,
17,
coverage of the backhand corner.
9.
Oh, yes. My goodness, that was very, very good control of the racket head from Sun Yu.
18-9.
No real backswing of the racket, just clips the racket heads to guide the shuttle in a downward direction. That's great skill. Yeah, perfect, perfect. She couldn't have walked over there and placed it any better. No wonder Chen Jin nods his approval. Look at that. Marvellous shot. challenge, that one.
PV Sindhu challenges.
I thought that was
Called
much closer.
out.
Yeah, I still have a feeling that it's wide. It's puzzling the way she started this match, Sindhu. But all credit to Sindhu.
Tactically puzzling, or
She doesn't really get it together.
do you not think, though, as we wait for Hawkeye, do you not think that that's part of the fact that Liliana Nasir retired partway through that second game? She wasn't really mentally into
Could be
focus.
that she was rushed.
Yeah. Here we go. Well, that was never that.
Challenge unsuccessful.
That's a mistake.
Yeah, that's...
No challenges remaining.
Yeah, that's just...
But you can see Sindhu's puzzled as well,
Yeah.
because she knows that the shuttle
20,
didn't hit
game point,
the
9.
square.
No. Something...
It did hit a square. It was just
Yeah.
a long square, not the small square in the corner of the court.
Yeah, something went awry there.
Service
Yeah,
over.
well taken. I don't think it's going to affect the outcome of this opening game, though.
No.
10-20. $11-20.
I think Sindhu has covered the court extremely well, and one of the reasons why she can do that is that Sindhu doesn't have a precise, close drop shot from the backcourt.
12-20.
Her drop shots tend to go towards the first service line, and then Sindhu has done a really good job of reaching at them. So today she's playing the tallest player in the circuit. Yesterday it was almost the smallest.
Yes.
156 and now 183. That's 27 centimeters difference in reach and height.
13-20.
I'm having a little flashback here to yesterday, 2013. Sun Yu up in a game, and didn't it go to extra points? It certainly did.
Yeah.
No, it couldn't. History couldn't repeat itself. Good.
14-20.
She was 9-20 down, but 5 straight points from Pusarla Venkata Sindhu.
I don't know about the database, but I mean, from all the results gathered by tournament software, it should be possible to get a percentage, the probability of coming back from 13-20 down.
20.
See how many matches, at least the ones that they've got registered, how many times has a player succeeded in coming back from 13-20 down and equal the score and the match.
I'm also having a little flashback to my comment that the Hawkeye decision wouldn't affect the outcome of this opening game.
Yeah,
maybe
you jinxed it.
I was a little rash, but there we go. Opening game.
First game won by Sun Yu, 21-15.
21-15. 21 minutes, just under, for that opening game. He was a real physical player, wasn't he? Chin.
Yeah, he was.
Ran and ran and ran.
tactically clever.
Yeah.
Strong. Not a whole lot of flashy shots or anything, but rock solid.
Whereas well, he was just a delightful shot maker, wasn't he? A wonderful player to watch.
Really understood that shot quality issue that he's sort of passed along to a number of his players. The most significant one, Saina Nehwal, who's got amazing accuracy when she's at her best.
20 seconds.
The tactical brilliance yesterday when designed a plan to get the better of Akane Yamaguchi, and PV Sindhu had the skills to carry it out. That was fantastic comeback there from being outplayed almost in the first game. Well, not almost, she was outplayed in the first game.
Double.
Coming back and winning convincingly.
Play.
Defense. Missed it.
Service over. One, love.
Yeah, definitely wide. That's a really acute angle.
Yeah, but look at the touchdown of that shot. It was still behind the first service line.
Yeah.
That shot here. And that's what I feel, that you can still develop the ability to play them even closer to the net from the backcourt.
Oh, well taken.
Service over. 1, 2.
She's playing well, Sindhu.
Yeah.
2 all.
And I mean, just to emphasize a little bit on this, try and have a look at Sindhu's shoes and see when she's got to make a lunge between the net and the first service line. A lunge in a defensive position, it happens very, very rarely.
Service over. 3, 2. Fault.
Service fault called at the net from Christian Johannesson. Touched the nets.
4, 2. Play.
Let's have another look at this. Here we go. Here's the net shot. Oh, yes,
Yeah.
good spot. Very good umpiring. Yeah, just touches the net. Yeah, that is sharp by the umpire.
And Sindhu wanted the shuttle changed, and Sindhu wanted to play on, and we saw the opposite situation in the first game, and I'm thinking we rarely see that in men's singles.
No,
if you want the shuttles changed in men's singles, they just change it.
Yeah.
But in women's singles, we often see that, no, I don't want to change it and so on. And I feel that it has something to do with power. In men's singles, I mean,
Play.
it's no issue whether you can sort of hit baseline to baseline or anything, because everybody has sufficient power.
3,
Whilst
5.
here, maybe if the shuttle gets a little bit slow, the players could lack a little bit of power.
Nicely done.
4,
Remind me, Steen,
5.
I think that when PV Sindhu, Pusarla Venkata Sindhu, was playing against Yamaguchi yesterday, she once again started the match, same position as she started this match, near side of the court.
I think so too.
Yeah. Which would suggest in her mind, perhaps, that she prefers playing from that far side.
Yeah.
And therefore, the thought process, if it does go to 3 games...
But I didn't see who was able to choose the side.
No, I don't remember.
5, all.
Oh, well taken, my goodness. A little look from Sun Yu towards the umpire. Why did you call that one? You called me. Well, that's because that one was absolutely fine.
6, 5.
Yeah, it is well taken, isn't it?
Seven, 5.
That's about the first really poor shot that Sun Yu has hit all match.
Fine.
And here it is again. Sindhu doesn't want to change the shuttle.
Okay.
There's also the possibility that it's just
7,
like
5.
the girls are a little bit more mean to each other, saying, if you think it's a bad shuttle, then I want to play with it because I think it's good.
I think there's a lot of psychological games. Oh, that's
Service over.
magnificent. Not full power.
6,
Going for
7.
placement and angle.
Good shot.
Yeah. But again, there's your point.
Service
Where
over.
did that shuttle land?
Yeah.
But was that a half smash? Or
It was a half smash, yeah. So
Yeah.
it was a bit steeper than expected, but that is the key to get Sindhu playing like this, launching, because I mean, she's a tall girl, so the recovery from the launches is not so so fast as you would expect from other players.
Yeah.
And yesterday we saw Sindhu being successful playing mid-court and back-court, mid-court and back-court, playing downwards, mid-court,
8,
pushing Kane Yamaguchi to the back-court. But she was only 156 high, so
yeah,
a lot less reach. Today she needs to play these. Maybe she doesn't really need it, but I mean, she can find a way winning without it. But it would be helpful for her if she could play these accurate shots.
it's a good rally.
Wide.
Well, we had a rally at 26 shots in the very early stages of the opening game.
9,
And
6.
Gopichan very animated behind the court. There was something about the lifts. Maybe he wants Sindhu to lift a bit higher in order to sort of take the interception of the lift out of Sun Yu's repertoire. Good
Right.
placement.
Yeah.
Service over. 7, 9. Yes.
So it's not so easy for Sindhu to put
Ladies, play.
pressure on Sun Yu, because if she gives her too much time, she's very accurate in her overhead shots.
Eight, 9. Service over. 10, 8.
Interesting reaction to me after that rally from PV Sindhu.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
meant that it was something that she'd focus on.
Yeah, and the fact is that, you know, you've recognised that perhaps she wasn't really ready at the start of the match, didn't really seem in it, and that just seemed to me a signal that there's real urgency now. Come on.
PV Sharon, PV Sindhu.
there's another challenge here.
Challengers called in.
Yeah, she was feeling she was on a bit of a roll with that Yell urging herself on. Oof, what a good challenge. What a good challenge.
Correction, out. 11-8, interval.
So the same scoreline as the open game, only the advantage with the opposite player. This time, it's with the number 8 seed. Pusarla then comes to Sindhu.
Twenty seconds. 20 seconds. Eleven, 8. Play. Fine.
I can't really hear what Gopichan was telling Sindhu, but it was definitely something with the lifts, and I would suspect that it would be something about you can lift, but if you lift high, you still have to move your opponent.
Service over. 9-11.
Oh, flash.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flash photography.
Yeah, we could see that too. I mean, it is very distracting for the players. Now that was a better.
Yeah, and on a service, it's really difficult to play them any closer.
9.
Yeah.
So that's as good as they get, and
Yeah.
it's also good enough.
Yeah, look, that's landing just about on that front service line. I think Sun Yu's really struggling right now. I think she's going through a bad patch.
I think you're right, Joe. What? No.
Oh, it's come back
Drifts in, yeah.
Service over. 10-13.
Looked out all the way.
Yeah.
Until it landed.
Coach.
No, a coach is allowed to shout instruction in between rallies, not during rallies.
Yeah, and they're not allowed to delay the next rally.
Yeah.
Eleven, 13. No.
Well, all credit to Sun Yu, because I really did think that she had made a couple of errors which looked like tired errors to me, and she's got herself back together again.
I just have one thing to say with that smash from her backhand side. When she's leaning over to her backhand side, she's very good at it, Sun Yu. But the players, they must cover the straight smash. It's so difficult to get that cross. So you can't let your opponent get away with a straight smash and you make a poor return. That's just not that's not good enough.
– 11-13.
Yeah, came off the frame with a racket from Sun Yu.
It was a very high service, and I don't know if it was a mistake or it was on purpose that she tried to get some flat game going. Well played. Well played by Sun Yu. Excellent rally. She's controlling everything.
Change. 12-14. 14.
Well, this is impressive from Sun Yu. So much for my theory that she was beginning to struggle.
Yeah, but she had a period that where she wasn't playing well.
Yeah.
But that's also some of the skills of the very best in this game, that they can sort of limit the point loss in those periods. Ooh.
Service over. 15-13.
I thought she controlled that rally, Sindhu.
Play. Service over. 14-15.
Five of the last 7 points to Sun Yu.
Ladies, play. Now, both.
Yeah, crucial moment of the match, so both players, of course, want to be as ready as possible.
15-all.
That's what I mean. I mean, you cannot make a mistake on that one.
You've got to look for that straight one.
You got to cover the straight one. If Sindhu can cross it, okay, that's fine. Congratulations, you got a point. But the straight one's got to be covered.
Because that's coming 90% of the time at least. Yeah.
16-15.
It's falling apart for the Olympic silver medalists. She's got to stop this run of points from Sun.
Yeah, that's pushed wide as well. Yeah.
And she's been great at
17-15.
reading Sindhu's shot. Sun,
No, play.
on many occasions, has she anticipated the shots.
8 of the last 10 points now.
Service over. 16-17.
Hit the top of the tape, fell back her own side. Oh, once again, it's level.
17-all. Pusarla. Pusarla. Change to 7. Yes. $17-all.
Urging his player on. Keep fighting. Overdone it. She's missed it.
Yeah.
Well, she's challenging. I don't
Pusarla
think
Sindhu
that's...
challenges called out.
No, it's
I was convinced that was wide. What about you?
positive it's wide.
Yeah. And it gives both players an opportunity to take a quick timeout while Hawkeye adjudicates for us. Yeah, clearly out, as we suspected.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 18-17. Play. Sindhu, change your shuttle. Yes.
Yeah, good judgment.
19.
2-point advantage.
17.
And 2 points away from her second win in 2 days. Sun Yu. Olympic gold medalist yesterday. 2 points away from beating the Olympic silver medalist. Oh, and that's pushed long of the back line, and it's match
20.
point
Match
opportunities
point 17.
for the number 3 seed, Sun Yu of China.
Game.
And she's done it. 21-15, 21-17. And Sun Yu, the number 3 seed, 2 victories in 2
Match
days against the
won by
Olympic
Sindhu,
gold and Olympic silver medalist.
21-17.
Umpire confirms the scoreline. Just under 50 minutes in total for that victory. And the number 3 seed, Sun Yu, well, by my calculations, that means that she has qualified for the semi-finals. 2 wins out of 2. So, well played by the tallest player in the women's singles, Sun Yu. 2 straight games. So the number 3 seed, Sun Yu, played 2, won 2. And of course, Pusarla Sindhu having won her match against Yamaguchi yesterday. This evening's session will see Yamaguchi play against the Olympic champion Marin, because they've, as you can see, have just played 1 match each, and they both lost yesterday. So by my calculation, Sun Yu definitely qualified for the semi-final stage. Well, that's our 6 matches from day 2 of competition. Day 2, which started with the Olympic champions in the women's doubles. Matsutomo and Takahashi beating the defending champions, last year's winners Liu Ying and Luo Yu, in 2 straight games. Then it was doubles, and the Olympic silver medalists Tan Wei Keong had to come from a game down against the young Chinese pair, just shy of the hour mark, as you can see. Then women's singles, and the former champion Tai Su Ying, winner of this event 2 years ago, and of course the new world number 1. Wasn't she impressive today against the former world number 1 and former world champion Ratchanok Intanon, who's obviously still struggling with that knee injury. Then it was men's singles, and a day after beating the 4-time former champion, Song Man Ho continued his good form with a 3-game victory over the Olympic bronze medalist and beaten finalist from last year, Victor Axelsen. Then it was mixed doubles, and the Olympic champions, well, so sad to see Liliana Nasir struggling so badly with injury. And as you can see, part way through that 2nd game, Liliana Nasir had to retire, but she really shouldn't have been on court at all. But take nothing away from the Danes, the 3-time former champions, Fischer Nielsen and Pedersen. They played a good match, they looked in good form, but that finishing prematurely. Then, as we've just seen, the women's singles, the number 3 seed Sun Yu of China beating the Olympic silver medalist the day after she beat the Olympic gold medalist. So Sun Yu top of her group, and I believe qualified already for the semi-finals. But there's one more day of group matches to go, and these will be, of course, some of the group deciders. In the men's doubles, it is the number 1 seeds Komura and Sonoda against a pair who's won 3 Super Series titles this year, Gideon and Sukamoljo. Well, Tai Su Ying looked to be in great form today. She's up against Sung Ji Hyun. They have both won both of their matches so far, so it's a straight playoff for who tops that group. Lee Chong Wei and Victor Axelsen, well, they're playing off for who qualifies for the semi-final stage, because they both played 1 match, won 1 and lost 1. As far as the Olympic silver medalists are concerned, in the men's doubles, Govi Shem and Tan Wei Keong, they're up against Chai Biao and Hong Wei. And again, that's a group decider. Who tops the group? Because of course there was only 3 in that group, given the fact that the Danes, Bo and Mogensen, had to retire. So in the mixed doubles after that, it will be the All England champions against the All England runners-up. A repeat of the All England final, the first of the Super Series events earlier this year. And then we finish with women's singles tomorrow, and the Olympic champion Carolina Marin in a repeat of the Olympic final against Pusarla Sindhu. What a day to look forward to tomorrow, the last of the qualifying days. Well, of course, we've had a great day once again here in Dubai. We very much look forward to those group deciders tomorrow. All the action from Dubai, same time tomorrow from all of us here. Bye for now.